What's good, YouTube? It's been a minute, you feel me? I apologize, it's been a few weeks. No excuses or nothing, but we have been working on some. I got some big, some nice coming for y'all very soon, so y'all stay tuned for the vids this week. I will be announcing that. But yeah, as y'all can tell by the title of the video, how to detach from past experience. So I got this question from a subscriber. Shout out to you if you listening. And basically the question was how to detach essentially your emotions from the past experiences, specifically negative past experiences that you may have had. So in the question, it was kind of specifically asking more about, how do you detach from something somebody may have projected on you. So like, it could have been an insult, like, oh, you got a big nose, oh, you're skinny, oh, you're not smart, all these different things, that people project onto us. So I kind of really wanted to, break down this topic and try to provide my perspective on it the best I can. I'm not perfect or figured it out or anything like that. This is just my perspective of how I deal with it from past experiences. So really, I would say the main bulk of it will be it comes down to awareness, and I'm gonna break awareness down into three separate awarenesses. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Man, it's hot out here, man. Texas, we heating up. It's like 90 plus. It's about to get bad. I mean, summer's here. Hope y'all, on the path, on the journey, reaching your goals, all the good stuff. But yeah, so first experience, awareness I want to talk about is self-awareness. So aware of who you are as a person and what that means. So when I think about self-awareness, it has to be awareness that you are not your ego, you're not your flesh. So specifically attacking the question of if somebody makes fun of like your physical appearance or something like that, realize that your value is not placed in your physical appearance. And if it is placed in your physical appearance, then that's a ego type of thought. We're trying to avoid the ego thoughts. We're trying to think more of who we are spiritually, who we are as a person, who our character is. And once you have a strong grasp on, oh, my character says I'm these things, and this is why I like to, allude to God. This is why I'm so grounded in God and, who he says we are, as being our Father, because he gives us that self-awareness of who we are, in the grand scheme of things, in our character, because it says that we were made in the image of God. So if we're made in the image of God, and God is a spirit, God can't be seen by man's eyes. You can't point and say that's God. Jesus came as God, but that's a different topic. But God is more so a spirit. So if God's a spirit and we're made in his image, then that means our spirit is in the image of God, right? So it's like you got to have that self-awareness that your value is placed in your character, and knowing who you are as a person, and that will kind of mitigate anybody else's thoughts, because your value is not placed in man. Your value is not placed into another person's hands. You can't give people that control and that power over your life to affect how you feel about yourself, when how you feel about yourself shouldn't even be determined by what you have externally or materially, or how you look, or appearance, all these things, and it should be placed upon the value of your soul. You feel me? So I know we just got like deep real quick, but like it's real, because it's like, if you know who you are as a soul and as a endless being, then nothing can stop you, really. Like you're at a certain level, and this brings me into the next awareness, which is I would say the situational awareness of understanding where that projection of negativity is coming from. Anybody that's positive, anybody that's trying to better themselves, has no time or understands the effect of being negative with what it has on them. So anybody that's operating in a higher vibration, higher frequency of positivity, they don't have time to project negativity. They don't want to project negativity because they know if you project negativity will come back to you. So really, you have to realize that anybody that's condemning you or talking shit about you, they're coming from a place of already being negative in their hearts. And really, it probably stems from insecurity within their own hearts on how they feel about themselves. You know, they may feel bad about their appearance, so they talk bad about your appearance. They might feel bad about how they're not smart, so they talk bad about how you're not smart. Or they may feel you're smarter than them, so then they call you names and, you know, different things like that. Like in my own life experiences, you know, I've been called skinny before. I've been, you know, big head, nerd, all this type of stuff. Like I used to have a huge head. Well, I probably still do got a huge head. I just kind of grew into it. But, you know, all these different things I used to hear growing up. And, you know, now getting older, I just realized that that probably came from a sense of insecurity within the other person. So just being aware of the situation you're in, you know. Why would this person even say that? You feel me? They're obviously feeling bad about themselves. So, and that's where empathy can take place, and you actually start feeling bad about you actually start feeling for them. Like you feel bad for them. You like, dang, it's like you got to project that on me because you feeling a certain way about yourself. Like, I hope you're okay. Like, you know, and that switches, you know, that switches your mindset to not take everything personally. Like that's one of the in the book, the 4 agreements, that's one of the 4 agreements is don't take nothing personally, which you shouldn't, because everybody is just projecting how they feel on the inside. So if somebody's giving love, you know, they feel love on the inside. If somebody's giving hate, you know, they're feeling hate on the inside. So don't take it personally as a condemnation against yourself. Take it as a condemnation against their own self. You know, they're condemning their own self by projecting that energy. I hope y'all following. So that's the second one I would say is like the situational awareness. And then the last one is, I would call it maybe like the societal awareness. So this is detaching from both sides of the spectrum, and this is probably even most important. Detaching from both sides of the spectrum. So yes, you know who you are, you're a limitless being, you're great, you know, you always have these inherent qualities about yourself. You know, you made in the image of God, you're a son of God, you know, you're perfect, you came here perfect, you know, you didn't you're not flawed, you're not missing something, you're whole, you should be whole, and you know, in that truth. The other side of the spectrum of realizing where they're coming from and how they're feeling, detaching from both of those and just looking at it as a situation, looking at it objectively. You feel me? Like for example, you know, like I said, I used to get called skinny a lot and weak and stuff like that. So I could have looked at that as, oh, yes, they're probably projecting something bad on me, but also I could look at it objectively and realize that, okay, maybe there's some truth in that. Maybe I am skinny. Maybe I do need to hit the gym. I hit the gym, lo and behold, I don't get the skinny and weak and stuff like that no more. You feel me? So look at it objectively as well. Like if you were getting called not that smart, maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe you do need to improve your knowledge and things like that. And it's not coming from a place of lack. It's just coming from a place of being aware of why that was even said. Like nobody's gonna say nothing if it's not, you know, there's probably a little truth in everything, right? So I don't mean to, you know, get you discouraged about yourself. Like I said, that first awareness, that self-awareness is gonna be crucial because you don't really need anything else. But if it does have an impact on you, then there's probably some truth to it, and you could take objective steps to improving that aspect of yourself so that way you never hear it again. You know, take the steps to get better yourself, become the best version of yourself. You know, if you're skinny, lift the weights. If you're fat, you know, lift the weights. You know, if you're having if you're you know, weak, or people, you know, say different things, you know, look at it objectively and how that fits into society. And I think that comes from just you know, it's gonna come from, you have to really seek the information as far as what is true, what's not, and being able to look at it from that. And I think that's a skill in itself, is to be able to look at things objectively and not take it personally and just look at it for what it is and try to, analyze the situation. I think that's, like I said, a skill in itself, but it's a skill that can be developed. And if you're not at that point yet to where you can look at things objectively or take an objective and societal approach at what somebody is saying, then don't look at that. Just start from that first step of being self-aware and realizing that you're okay, you're whole. But if you're still feeling bad about yourself, about certain things that people say, take the objective steps to improve yourself. Like, I believe that, there's a lot we can do to improve certain aspects of our life, specifically like maybe attractiveness. Like if somebody like tries to call you ugly or something like that, take the steps to improve your attractiveness. Is your skin is the best as it can be? Is your teeth the best it can be? Is your hygiene the best it can be? Is your clothes and appearance and drip and all this different stuff that is like known to improve attractiveness? If your body and all these different things, all these things that's, tap into that knowledge of, okay, what makes somebody more attractive? Symmetrical faces. Like for guys, if you have a bigger jawline, you're gonna be more attractive. If you have a wider neck, you're gonna be more attractive. So I just got a neck harness. I'm doing neck exercises because I got a skinny neck. If I make that a little bit bigger, it's gonna be more symmetrical. And just based off like science and subconsciously what it does to people, that's gonna make me more attractive, and that's all encompassing on the theme of this channel, which is becoming the best version of yourself. Becoming that best version, that you fully maxed out the different levels of your life. Don't be complacent and stubborn to change just because you feel like you're okay. I love the idea of chasing your ideal, your best self, and becoming the best of that. And I'm not saying do surgery or nothing like that and seek these external methods. If that's gonna make you happy, go ahead, do that. I don't think there should be that much value placed in the flesh where you have to seek surgery and stuff like that. But who am I to tell somebody else what they should do with their body? It's completely up to them. If that's gonna make them feel better about themselves, go ahead. You feel me? But I encourage people to seek more spiritual and character reasons. Like, you should already feel whole within yourself. Now I know I'm getting redundant at this point, but hope that makes sense. I hope that answers the question. So just like a small recap, self-awareness. Be self-aware of who you are. You're whole. You're already good without anybody else's validation. You're good on your own. Situational awareness. Be aware of the situation that it's coming from. Who's it coming from? If somebody's projecting negativity on you, that means it's coming from negativity from themselves. And lastly, societal or objective awareness, which is, okay, what can you take from this and to improve? Essentially, that's kind of how it's summed up. What can you take from that situation to improve an aspect of your life? You feel me? Hope that makes sense. Yeah, y'all stay tuned, man. We got some big things coming, like I said, this week. Be dropping that. More info on that coming soon. The content is going to continue to come. 2021 is still our year. I hope y'all staying focused on y'all goals and, doing what you need to do. Like I said, it's not an excuse of why I ain't been posting. It's just the truth. No excuse, just the truth. So we just trying to get better. It's a long game. It's patience. It's all that good stuff. So sending peace and positivity and love your way. Hope you're doing great. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next vid. Peace.